Hello everyone, welcome back to my skill short project series. Today I am going to present as 48 program the message viewing and replying process of the system. In this task, I developed the full communication system between users and administrators. So this includes viewing messages, reply to users, loading conversations and automatically updating chats in real time. The messaging system improves customer support by allowing administrators to manage user conversations efficiently while users can send messages through the support chat widget. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, as you can see, we already chat with Susie Anya Bayer. Okay, we already discussed the designing part of this message tab and in our chat widget also. Okay, so we already chat with, you can see, our administrator. Now I'm not going to chat with our administrator by this account, so I sign out and let's sign in as a seller. Okay, so this is our dashboard. So we add our chat widget to our dashboard. So we are not messaging yet, so we can see this message, send messages to start. Okay, so first I type hey. Okay, you can see we are still in on Susiana's chat, but we can see a message comes from Anya Forja seller. So I'm going to select chat and I type hello to our Anya. Okay. Okay, you can see it comes to our account. Okay, so I type another. Okay, you can see our message came to our chat area. I cannot pay some products to buy. Okay, I going to ask this. You can see it also comes to these chat areas. Okay, so this is a small chat with Anya Forger, so I'm not going to chat anymore in this video. We can scroll up and scroll down as we needed. Okay, then let's check whether in our table also those messages are stored or not. Okay, now you can see our messages are already stored in our newly created admin chat table in our Skillshop database. Okay, so this is what I implemented in my task 48. Then let's move to see my code structure. Okay, so we are in our main file called admin.message.php. Okay, so in this section I start the session and checked whether the administrator is logged in. If the administrator is not logged in, the system automatically redirects the user to the admin login page. So this ensures that only authorized administrators can access the messaging system. Then I connected the system to the database using the database connection file. This connection is required to retrieve user and messages and store replies in the database. Okay, so here you can see this function automatically loads the list of users when the admin message page is open. The system also refreshes the user list every 5 seconds to display new messages. Additionally, a search feature is implemented to allow administrators to quickly find users by typing their names. Okay, then here in our load admin message users function, this function is responsible for retrieving users who have conversations with the administrator. It sends a request to the server using the fetch method and receives user data in JSON format. The system then dynamically displays each user in the conversation list along with their latest message. This line sends a request to the server to retrieve all users who have active conversations. The system calls the admin.messages.php file using the action parameter called getUsers. Okay, then here this admin chat function loads the full message conversation between the selected user and the administrator. When the administrator clicks on a user from the list, the system sends a request to the server to retrieve the chat history. The messages are then displayed in the chat interface. Okay, then here this condition checks whether the message sender is the administrator. If the sender is the administrator, the message appears on the right side. If the sender is the buyer or seller, that means the user, the message appears on the left side. You already see it. See, you can see what I told. Okay, then this function automatically refreshes the chat messages every 5 seconds. It ensures that new messages are displayed in real time without reloading the page. So this improves the user experience and system responsiveness. Okay, then here in our setAdminMessage function, this is responsible for sending messages from the administrator to the user. When the administrator types a message and clicks the send button, the system collects the message and sends it to the server. The message is then saved in the database and displayed in the chat interface. Okay, then here these lines add the record data to the request before sending it to the server. The system sends the user ID, administrator ID and message content to identify the correct conversation. So this supports multiple administrators replying to different users. Okay, then let's go to our text file called admin.messages.php. Okay, so in here this condition checks whether the system is requesting the list of users. If the action is get users, the system retrieves users who have messages stored in the database. Okay, then here this SQL query retrieves user information including user ID, first name and last name. It also retrieves the last message last time and unseen message count. The results are stored by the most recent message. Okay, then here this one. This query updates the message status to seen when the administrator opens the conversation. So this ensures that unread message notifications are updated correctly. Okay, then in our next file admin reply messages.php, here this query inserts the administrator message into the database. The sender is recorded as admin and message status is set to unseen so that the user will receive the new message notification. Okay, so in our seller dashboard, I also implemented a support chat widget in both seller dashboard and in buyer dashboard. So this allows users to communicate directly with administrators without leaving the dashboard. The chat system automatically loads messages and displays notifications when new messages arrive. Okay, then here this load support messages function retrieves all messages for the logged in user. It sends a request to the server and updates the chat interface dynamically. The system also checks for the unseen administrator messages and displays a notification badge. Okay, then here In our send support messages function, sends a message from the user to the administrator. The system validates the message to ensure it is not empty, then stores the message in the database. After sending the message, the chat interface automatically refreshes to display the new message. Okay, I'm not going to again explain the backend code in our bio dashboard also, because I add the same chat widget in seller dashboard and also in our bio dashboard. Okay, then let's move to our next file called user support.php file. Okay, by using this file, we can handle loading messages for the logged in user. This file retrieves all messages between the user and administrator and displays them in the support chat widget. It also updates message status to seen when the user reads the messages. Okay, then here the system retrieves the logged in user's ID from the session. This ID is used to identify which messages belong to the current user. Okay, then here this query updates the message status to seen when the user opens the chat. It ensures that unread administrator messages are properly tracked and notifications are updated. Okay, then here this SQL query retrieves all messages between the user and the administrator. The messages are stored by creation time in ascending order so that the conversation appears in the correct sequence. Okay, then finally the system sends the messages back to the chat interface in JSON format. So this allows the front-end system to display the messages dynamically. Okay, then next I implemented the file called user support send.php to handle sending messages from the user to the administrator. So this file validates the message, stores it in the database and confirms successful message delivery. Okay, then here you can see the system retrieves the message entered by the user and removes any unnecessary spaces. So this ensures that the message data is clean and before processing. Okay, then here this condition checks whether the message is empty. If the message is empty, the system prevents sending the message and returns an error response. Okay, then here this SQL query inserts the user's message into the admin chat table. The sender is recorded as user and the message status is sent to unseen so that the administrator will receive the new message notification. Okay, then in conclusion, in task 38, I successfully implemented the message viewing and replying process for my system. The messaging system allows administrators to view conversations, reply to users, and manage customer communication efficiently. The system includes real-time updates, message status tracking, and secure communication between users and administrators. So this functionality improves customer support and enhances the overall usability of the system. Okay, then thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in my next video.